Hey guys, hopefully you are well hydrated after that first week of making sure you get plenty of water. Um, just to review, you need to be drinking a certain amount of a certain amount of ounces um, each day, 128 for men and 88 for women. Hopefully you will continue that. Hydration isn't just for 1 week out of the year, it's actually for every week, every day. Make sure that you stay hydrated, so keep that habit up. All right, the next week's habit for week 7 is going to be savoring your food. One of the really underrated uh, tactics or habits or practices that you can do for eating is to actually taste your food. Um, we're in such a busy mode for most of our lives, whether it's because we have kids or we have busy lives or we're a busy executive or a busy mom. Any of those things will typically cause people to rush through their food because they're going on to the next thing. Um, so we don't even taste it typically, right? So this week, for one day, we want you to savor your food. That means uh, any of the week you can choose any day, right? But at every meal, we want you to take your time. I want you to wine taste it, right? So basically, you take a bite of food, put your fork down, chew it thoroughly. Notice what it looks like, right? Is it colorful? Is it bland? Is it just a plain white chicken breast, or is it some sort of colorful dish, right? From there, we want you to kind of taste it. What's it taste like? Is it salty? Is it sweet? Is it bland? Is it spicy? Any of those things, right? Notice it. What's the texture? Is the texture slimy? Is it solid like a steak, or is it chewy? What is it, right? So think about how it smells. Take the time to do that. So one of the best ways to do that is you take your bite, you put your fork down, right? Just that simple. So what you'll find is that you might become satisfied sooner. You might just decide you don't have to eat your entire plate, right? Most of us just rush through the meal, and the next thing you know, you're still hungry, even though you've eaten an entire meal. Well, what happens is it takes about 15 minutes or so to actually become and feel satisfied. So if we rush through our food, we think to ourselves, wow, we're still hungry. So you go back for seconds. Maybe you rush through that, you go back for thirds. The next thing you know, you're overstuffed, right? If you've ever sat down after a meal, think like Thanksgiving or something like that, you've had to, for some people, it might even be every day. It might not be a special day or a holiday or something like that. It could be almost every day or every meal or a certain meal where you just blow past satiety and you end up overstuffing yourself, and when you sit down, you've got to actually unbutton the button of your pants just so that your distended stomach with all that food in it can have some room to breathe. So just for this one day, savor your food, right? Chew it thoroughly. Let the saliva become part of the digestive process. Let it be easier to upload the nutrients that come out of the food, right? So take that time as you do it, right? So anytime, any day between August 24th and August 30th, take your time on every meal, all right? And then what you'll do is on that Sunday, you're going to put in pass. If you did it, put in pass. If you didn't do it, it's a no pass, right? You don't get the points. This is a highly underrated habit. So just make sure you do it. See if it's different from how you normally eat. All right, guys, that's the challenge for this week.